Welcome to Yoga You and Judy. I am Judy. Today we're going to do a bit of a stronger yoga flow. It's all about the core, all about strengthening that middle part of your body in order to give you both the physical strength for your body, but also the inner strength you get from that. There's no props you might need. And with that said, let's get started. Let's start today's class standing with our core engaged. Our feet are about hip-width distance apart and the feet are pushing firmly into the ground. The belly button is pulling towards the spine, so all of our belly is pulling towards the back of our body, and pretend you're breathing all your organs up. So you want to feel that core engagement from your pelvis up to your belly button. It's almost like the front of your body is like a steel plate, and you just want to keep that engagement. You also keep your buttocks tight as you do that, your thighs pulling towards each other. So really strong, firm stand with your belly button pulling towards your spine, keeping your core engaged, and just keep breathing as you stand there, keeping that engagement. Today's class is all about strengthening the core, and we will come into the peak pose of a side plank. And why is it so important to focus on the core? It's essentially core strength is really important for both the balance of your body, but also the stability you feel in your body. And also, if you want to progress your personal yoga practice to move to some more challenging poses, this is what you'll need. You will need a strong core, and what it will help you do, it will give you a better posture, and it will also make you feel stronger in yourself, both mentally and emotionally, on top of the physical benefits you get from it. So today's intention is, I have strength at my core. And we just keep standing for a little while, again, pretending to breathing all your organs up as your belly button pulls towards your spine. That's a key concept in yoga, really, the keeping your core engaged. And essentially what it means is your pelvis is slightly tucked, your belly button is pulling towards your spine, and that's how you get core engagement. So whenever you hear that core engaged or pelvis tucked, that's essentially the feeling you're looking for. So let's relax our core engagement and just take a few breaths here and just have a sense of, how does that feel now? Do you feel as stable as you did when you had your core engaged? Probably not, because core engagement really helps your body develop that stability and that strong sense of balance. So once again, start pulling your belly button towards your spine, creating that core engagement, and let's do some shoulder circles while we hold that engagement. So let's circle our shoulders forward 3 times, and then back 3 times. And just relax your core for a moment. And then once again, engage it, belly button pulling towards the spine. And we circle our arms up on the side on an inhale. And then bringing the hands together in front of heart center on an exhale. Twice more, keeping your core engaged. Inhale your arms up. And exhale, bring your hands in front of heart center. Inhale, circling your arms up. And exhaling your hands in front of heart center. And let's just relax our core for a bit and take 1 or 2 full breaths here without our core engaged before we do the last exercise in that way. And now once again, engage your core, pull your belly button towards your spine. Inhale your arms up on your sides. Exhale as you bend forward, folding down from your hip. Keep your core engaged. Inhale into your half lift. Exhale as you fold all the way down, bringing your belly close towards your thighs, your head hanging heavy. And then on an inhale, let's roll up through our knees, vertebrae by vertebrae, with the head being the last thing to come up. Let's do that once more. Engage your core. Inhale your arms up. Exhale as you bend forward, hinging from your hips. Inhale into a halfway lift, straight spine. And exhale as you fold down, pulling your belly towards your thighs. And then on your next inhale, roll all the way up, vertebrae by vertebrae, bringing your head and your chin up last. And then let's open up our arms, pulling them behind on an in-breath. Keep your core engaged as you do that, and then round your arms forward on your out-breath. Core engaged. Inhale, open your arms back into a diagonal. Exhale, bringing your hands together in front, rounding your back. Once more, inhale, open your chest. Exhale, round your back, arms waving forwards. And let's come back into a neutral position. On an inhale, circle your arms up with your palms touching overhead. On an exhale, engage your core and bend to the right. And just take one full breath cycle here. Inhale back to center. And exhale as you side bend to the left, keeping your core engaged. One full breath. Inhale back to center. And let's just do that once more. Inhale. Exhale over to the right. Back to center. Over to the left. Core engaged. Back to center. And bring the arms down by the side of your body. And just take one breath here. In and out. And then let's inhale, circle our arms up and sink down into a chair pose with the weight going into our heels. And in your chair pose, you try to bring your thighs as parallel to the floor as you can. You put the weight in your heels, your back is straight, and your arms are by the side of your ears. And then bend forward, folding down from the hip. Inhale into a halfway lift, straight back. Exhale, fold down. And then on an inhale, roll all the way back up to standing. Once more, inhale, circle our arms up. Sink into a chair pose on your exhale. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, you twist to the right, bringing your left elbow outside of your right knee. Inhale back to center. On your next exhale, twist to your left, bringing your right elbow outside your left knee. Back to center, and then bend forward, folding down from your hips. Inhale, halfway lift, straight back. Exhale as you fold down. And inhale, hinging up from your hips as you come up. Circle your arms up on an inhale, and on your exhale, bring your hands in front of heart center. Breathing up your right knee in front of you. And then very slowly engage your core, step back the right leg, plant your foot at 45 degrees, straighten the front leg, coming into a pyramid pose, where we inhale our arms up, And then we exhale, bring our hands on the waist and hinge forward from the hip. And the idea here is that you keep your hips parallel. So you might need to bring your back hip forward a little bit, push your front hip back a little bit. And your torso is as parallel to the floor as you can, but you don't want to lose that alignment of a straight back. And then let's take one full breath cycle here. Inhale back up. Let's bring the arms back up. Exhale as we hinge forward from the hips. This time we keep our arms forward in front of us. That's a bit more difficult. This requires a bit more core engagement. And again, let's hold for one full breath cycle here. Breathing our body back up, stepping the right leg forward and bring our hands in front of the heart. We're going to do the same sequence on the other side. So let's breathe up the left knee in front of us. And then with your core engaged, slowly step back your left leg, planting it at 45 degrees, your back foot. Straighten the front leg, coming into a pyramid. Let's inhale our arms up. And on an exhale, bring your hands on your waist. And with a straight back, you hinge forward to bring your upper body parallel to the floor without losing that alignment of your spine. Your spine is straight, your head is pulling forward. And you take one full breath cycle here. And then breathe your body back up. Inhale your arms up. And on your exhale, we hinge forward again from the hips, but this time we keep the arms by the side of our ears and keep your hips aligned, keep your hips parallel. So you might need to bring your front hip back a little bit, your back hip forward a little bit, and take one full breath cycle here. Inhale your body back up, and then let's step the left leg forward into our standing pose, bringing the hands again in front of heart center. Breathe up our right knee in front again, core engaged. Let's step it back a bit further this time, and this time we plant the back foot parallel to the short end of the mat, coming into a warrior two position. Let's first find our alignment here. So your front heel is in line with either the back heel or the back arch. Your left knee is pressing towards the left, opening up your knee. Your belly button keeps pulling to the spine, core engaged. Your thighs are pulling together and your arms are parallel to the floor as you push your shoulders away from your ears. Once you find your alignment, sink a bit deeper into the pose. And then let's interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale, opening your chest, looking up. And on an exhale, fold forward, pulling your hands up with you as your head is moving towards the floor. And take one full breath here. Inhale back up into warrior two. And on your next exhale, you bring your left elbow on your left knee and the right arm stretches alongside your ear towards the front, coming into an extended side ankle, keeping your pelvis tucked or your belly button pulling to the spine. Same effect, it keeps your core engaged. And then inhale back up to warrior two. Let's straighten the front leg on an inhale. And as we exhale, reach the left hand forward and place it on either your shin or your ankle, coming into a triangle position. Core engagement, super important here. Keep pulling your belly button towards your spine and open your chest up to the side. Imagine all of your back body is leaning on a wall behind you. So that's the alignment you want to find. don't collapse from your hips. And then let's inhale ourselves back up. Step the right leg forward, bringing the hands in front of heart center. Taking a deep inhale here. And then hinge forward from your hips as you fold down. Inhale, halfway lift with a straight back. Exhale, fold down. And then again, hinging up from your hips on an inhale, coming into a standing pose. Let's take one full breath here before we repeat this sequence on the left side. So let's breathe up the left knee in front of us. Core engaged, step back your left leg and plant your back foot parallel to the short end of the mat, coming into the warrior two on the left side. Again here first, find your alignment. It's either heel to heel or heel to arch, the way you plant your feet. You want your right knee pressing towards the right, opening up your hip. Your pelvis is tucked, belly button pulling towards the spine. Your thighs are pulling together as if there was a magnet in between them. Your arms are parallel to the floor and your shoulders are easing away from your ears. Once you found your alignment, sink a bit deeper here. And then interlace your fingers behind your back. Inhale, pull your hands towards the floor, open the chest. And then pull your hands up with you on an exhale as you fold forward, bringing your head towards the floor. And let's take one full breath in our humble warrior position. Breathe ourselves back up into warrior two. And on the next exhale, the right elbow comes on the right knee and the left arm is stretching alongside the ear to the front. Keep your core engaged as you come into this extended side ankle pose. And then inhale your body back up to warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Exhale as you reach the right hand forward, placing it on either your shin or your ankle as you come into your triangle on the left. Again, imagine that wall behind you that you can lean into, keep your belly button engaged, strong core, opening your chest to the side. On an inhale, lift your body back up, and on an exhale, let's step that left leg forward, bringing the hands in front of heart center, taking one deep inhale. And then hinge forward from the hips, folding down. Inhale into a halfway lift. And exhale as you fold all the way down, stepping the right leg back and then the left leg, coming into a plank pose. First, again, let's find our alignment. So the fingers are spread wide, hands firmly pushing into the floor, your shoulders pushing away from the floor. Shoulders are over your wrists, you push the floor away, your shoulder blades are pulling away from each other, so you've got a rounded upper back, and your belly button is pulling towards your spine, creating strong core engagement and creating one straight line from your head to your heels. On an exhale, lower your knees, lean forward, arch your back, bend your elbows, keeping them close to your body, as you lower your chin towards the floor. On an inhale, open the chest forward, curl up into cobra, belly stays on the mat. And exhale back into downward facing dog. Firstly, let's get comfortable in our downward facing dog. It's the first one of the day. So let's walk our feet. So bend each knee alternatively. Bring your upper body close to your thigh as you do that, and just keep walking a little bit to stretch out the backs of your legs. And then you can twist from side to side, rolling onto the outer edges of your feet, and give the side of your legs a good stretch. And once you feel you are comfortable in your downward facing dog, start finding your alignment. So pushing firmly into your hands, your tailbone is pointing up, your belly is pulling towards the thighs, your shoulders are slightly rolled out and pushing away from your ears. So you want to keep that length in your shoulders, and your heels are reaching towards the floor. And just take 2 deep breaths here. And on your next inhale, lower your knees to hover just above the floor. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, shift your weight into your hands, into plank. Exhale to downward facing dog. We're going to repeat that twice more. So inhale, lower your knees to hover. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale to downward dog. Inhale, hovering your knees just above the floor. Exhale to downward dog. Inhale forward into your plank pose. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Now let's inhale again forward into our plank pose. And then very slowly, bending your elbows close to your body, lower yourself all the way to the floor. Lift your upper body, coming into a Sphinx pose where your shoulders are over your elbows and you can feel how the front of your body is being stretched out. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, slowly look over your right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. Back to center. And on your next inhale, come into a forearm plank. So push your lower body up, engaging the core. And then from our forearm plank, let's roll to the right, coming into a side plank. And let's just hold this for 1 full breath cycle. Inhale back into your forearm plank, rolling over to the left, coming into a side plank on the other side, side plank on your forearms. And let's take 1 full breath here. Back to center into your forearm plank, lowering your body down into a Sphinx pose once again. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Back to center. Exhale over your left shoulder. Back to center. And we're going to do 1 more round of forearm side planks, just adding a little challenge to that. So inhale back up into your forearm plank, roll to the right side plank on your forearms. And as you arrive there, lift your upper leg on an inhale and just hold it there for 1 full breath. Lowering it down, coming back into your forearm plank, rolling to the left side. And again, once you get there, let's lift that upper leg on an inhale, taking 1 full breath cycle. Back to your forearm plank, and let's push back into child's pose and just allow our back and our shoulders to relax here for a moment. On your next inhale, bring your upper body up, sitting back on your heels. Place the hands in front of your knees and let's just lift your knees, stretching out the top of the feet. So we're going to do that 6 times. So lift your knees up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and one last time, let's lift those knees up and back down. Sitting back down on your heels, let's just give our wrists a little bit of relief. So let's circle our wrists in one direction and then into the other direction. And then walk your hands forward, tailbone up in the air, your hands mat width distance apart, coming into a puppy pose where you stretch out your shoulders, your hips are over your knees, and you just allow your shoulders to sink towards the floor. If you want, you can come on your fingertips to increase that stretch in your shoulders. They've worked quite hard so far. And then on your next exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Let's do a bit more work to strengthen our core. So let's breathe up the right leg, coming into a 3-legged dog. Exhale, pull the knee to the nose, bringing your thigh as close to your upper body as you can. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, back up. Once more. Exhale, knee to nose. And inhale, back up. Step your right leg back down into a downward facing dog. And let's lean forward, coming into a plank pose. And from here, we're going to roll onto the left hand, coming into a full side plank. Keep your core engaged, so belly button is pulling towards the spine. That will help with the stability of the pose. And your right arm is reaching up as you push your hip upward. Let's take one full breath here. On an inhale, let's bring the right leg up and then very slowly circle it forward towards the front of the mat. On an exhale, stepping it next to your left hand, and we arrive in a lunge position. The left hand stays on the mat as the right hand circles back 3 times so that we create a nice shoulder circle here, opening up our shoulder. And then place both hands on the mat and slowly let's drag the right leg back into a 3-legged dog and back into downward facing dog. Let's take 3 full breaths here before we take that sequence over to the other side. Let's breathe up the left leg into a 3-legged dog. Exhale, bringing our knee to the nose, pulling the thigh close to the upper body. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, back up. Once more, exhale, knee to nose. And push it back up. And step it down, coming back into your downward facing dog. Shift the weight forward, coming into a plank pose, and then let's roll onto the right hand for a full side plank on the right. Core is engaged, belly button pushing towards the spine. We push our hips up and the left arm is reaching up in the air. Let's take one full breath here. And then let's inhale that left leg up and slowly circle it forward on an exhale, stepping it next to our right hand on the front of the mat. The right hand stays on the mat and the left hand circles back 3 times, opening that shoulder joint. And then let's place both hands on the mat, slowly drag the left leg back through to a 3-legged dog and lower it back down into a downward facing dog. On an exhale, lower your knees, lean forward, arch your back, bend your elbows close to your body, lowering your chin towards the floor. On an inhale, you open up into cobra, your belly stays on the mat, your shoulders roll back. And on an exhale, bring your forehead down to the mat. Roll over to the right, bringing both arms pointing forward towards the left, and the left leg reaches straight forward. Your left arm pulls back to the other side as you twist your body open, bringing the left shoulder down to the floor. And just enjoy this nice stretch all the way along the back of your spine. And then let's roll back onto our belly. This time rolling over to the left, both arms pointing forward towards the right. Right leg points straight forward. And then we inhale our right arm over to the other side as we twist open until the right shoulder comes down on the floor. Enjoying that spinal twist on the other side. And then back to center on your belly and push yourself back into your downward facing dog. From here, very slowly, walk your feet forward and bring them about hip width distance apart as you slowly roll your body up. Hands in front of heart center. And then let's sink down into a yogi squat. Hold it for a moment as your elbows are pushing your knees open to the side. And then lower all the way down into seating and bring the soles of your feet together in a butterfly pose. Hold on to your feet there. And then let's roll back and forward a few times. Requires some core strength and also a bit of balance. So roll back, forward hover. Let's roll back, forward, and once more. And then stretch out your legs in front of you and just fold forward here and allow your spine to round if you want to, and just feel how your head is hanging down heavy and you stretch out the backs of your legs as you do that. And let's just take a few breaths here. Inhale yourself back up and then let's twist to the right. Back to center, twist to the left, back to center, and let's just come into a short inversion to finish off this class. So roll back, bringing your legs above your head and behind you, coming into a plow pose. Keep your neck very straight and just enjoy this nice stretch of your back, of your neck. Your arms can come down on the floor in front of you and just enjoy this pose for a few breaths. And then very slowly roll your body back down and come into your relaxation pose, into Shavasana. Your legs are slightly apart, feet falling to the side, your arms by the side of your body but not touching, and your palms facing up. And now relax your body into the earth. Feel all the parts of your body relax into the ground below you. Feel your head, your neck, shoulders, arms, your spine, your belly, hips, knees, heels. Feel them all sinking into the ground below you. Feel the effects of your practice on your body and on your mind. Feel the strength, the stability, and the balance you created by strengthening your core today. Take the intention of this class with you into your day. I have strength at my core. Knowing that at any time you can tap into this core strength of yours. Both the strength of your body and your inner strength. And then very slowly and very gently start bringing movement back into your body. Start wriggling your fingers, your toes, circling your wrists and your ankles, and giving your body a good full body stretch. And then very gently bring yourself up into a seated position, keeping your eyes closed. And just bring your arms by the side of your body. And then let's take one big inhale, bringing the arms up overhead. And exhale, your hands in front of heart center. And gently open your eyes. Welcome back. Well done for completing this core class, which is quite strong on your tummy muscles. So you'll probably feel a bit of that tomorrow. If you did enjoy the class, please subscribe to Yoga, You and Judy, and I hope to see you again very soon. Have a beautiful day.